Hi Jason, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson today. So if we just run through this swing here on the left, we draw a couple of lines. One, your eye line tilt is like so, and that's pretty much through the middle of your head. We draw a line on your right hip, like so. So I'm looking to see that, one, your head stays on that line and your hips turn inside this blue line, or this red line, sorry, crikey, red line. We can see, one, your head has moved. Unfortunately, it's tilted and it's moved this direction. We can see your hip hasn't really got behind that red line. So you're way too stacked. So literally you're just lifting the club to the top without any pivot or coil, which is obviously not very powerful. Right hip's not behind you enough. And what that's going to cause is, if we look at the down the line, which you do a good job, takeaway's pretty good. Club goes a fraction under, but nothing to worry about really with gun. Top of the swing, left arm's pretty solid. You'll see, because this hip hasn't turned enough, the likelihood is, as it starts down, that will spin too quickly, and then we lose the knees being parallel at this stage here, purely because there's not enough depth for hip turn on the way back, and also because you're not turning. So I would like your shoulders to be more tilted. If you had a bit more right hip turn, you'll see that this right elbow here is a bit too far behind you. I would like to see that right arm a bit more in that position, and left arm there, and then club obviously on that line. So I'd like to see it a little bit more in front, and that will become from the depth or pivot turn that I've given you, that drill about turning into the wall. So first thing is, let's keep the head in the same spot. Put your phone down here, watch yourself, put a mirror there, don't really mind. Let's feel them hands go to the wall on the way back, turn that right hip. And then on the way down, we just gave you another drill, that sort of reverse grip. So put the club in this position here, halfway down, which is terrific. And then split the hands, turn the hands, wrap the hands over. So instead of right hand being on top, put it underneath. And then practice that release. And then we'll lose this feeling or look here where the right arm is climbing over the left too much, to sort of save the shot with rotation, as opposed to, I just want the club to be twisted rather than rotated too much. I hope that makes sense. I sent you a couple of videos on a private email, so that will clear things up. Otherwise, it's a really good swing, Jason. You're not getting much out of it at the moment, because I think, one, pivot is very important, and two, I think you're thinking about too much on the ball. Like I said, I'd like you to do the practice swing I gave you off the ball, step into the ball and start to hit it, and actually start to enjoy it. It's got too technical. Swing is very good. With a clearer brain, I think we'll tidy it up and shoot some good scores. Thank you.